From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the Sunday News Blast for June 1st, 2025. The Washington Blade is reporting that on Thursday, shattered glass, broken doors, and homophobic slurs were discovered in the entryway of Adams Morgan Queer Bar Sinners and Saints, 2309 18th Street Northwest in Washington, D.C. Images of the destruction were posted to the bar's Instagram, and news of the break-in began to spread. The Washington Blade interviewed one of the co-partners and the general manager of Sinners and Saints, Blair Nixon, and discussed the break-in and the overwhelming response from the LGBTQ plus community. Our door was broken, so the glass was shattered, Nixon told the Blade when describing the damage done to the space. They wrote a slur on our wall, and unfortunately, we're not sure to the extent that it was, but there's a bunch of inventory missing from our liquor closet. It does seem like it was targeted because of what they wrote on the wall. Nixon, who has been with Washington's only queer, trans, black, indigenous, and people of color bar since its opening last August, explained that upon learning of the break-in, fear was his first reaction. It was really scary, Nixon said, to know that somebody was in our space vandalizing it. It was really very scary and honestly devastating. He went on to say that if it weren't for the restaurant above Sinners and Saints, La Grata, they wouldn't have known until hours later. We found out because of the restaurant upstairs that we are partnered with, he said. The electricity to the entire building was turned off, including apartments and the restaurant above us. Whoever broke in went into the closet that's outside of the building and turned the electricity off to the entire building. When the restaurant owners got there, they tried to figure out why there wasn't any electricity. They went downstairs and saw the shattered glass, the broken door, and the slur on the wall. Once Sinners and Saints staff arrived to survey the damage, they posted the images to their Instagram and called the Metropolitan Police Department. Nixon was grateful for both Metropolitan Police officials and the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ Affairs' quick reaction. We were really happy with the response, Nixon said. The mayor's office reached out relatively quickly, and I had a conversation with them, and the police came shortly afterwards, and they did a really good job, so we're very appreciative of the response. They took a statement, they looked at the damage, took photos of everything, and made a report. They actually sent, like, the entire department, he added. There were multiple police officers, multiple detectives, and the LGBTQ liaison came a little bit later. In general, I just really appreciated the response overall. The Blade obtained a copy of the filed police report, which described the break-in as a felony. More specifically, Metropolitan Police considered it a second-degree burglary. MPD's report also classified the break-in and subsequent graffiti as having a hate bias or motivation against sexual minorities who own and frequent the bar. Unfortunately, there were no cameras on the premises at the time of the break-in, which the police estimate happened sometime between 2 and 6 p.m., but Sinners and Saints were able to obtain footage from nearby businesses. We did have some camera footage from the hostel next door, and we submitted that to law enforcement, he said. We're just going to let them do their investigation, and I don't want to make any suppositions about what might have happened. When asked what he believed motivated the assailants, Nixon didn't offer a definitive answer. He suggested it was likely someone hostile to LGBTQ businesses in Washington, but assured the Blade that Sinners and Saints would not back down and that the LGBTQ community stands firmly behind them. They certainly do. At last check, the GoFundMe set up to help repair and rebuild the Sinners and Saints has netted nearly $9,000. That's the News Blast for this hour. If you are watching our videos on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the PEP Radio channel. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.